Dear soul, if your eyes have found this message, it's not a coincidence. It's not something casual or random. It's divine. It's sacred. It's intentional. You've been guided here, not by luck, not by chance, but by the unseen hands of your guardian angels. There is a reason this moment exists. There is a reason your heart stirred just now, why your spirit felt a whisper, a tug in the silence. Because something has shifted in the spirit realm, something ancient, something holy. There's been a stirring, quiet, but powerful, like the first winds before a storm, like a tear that finally escapes after being held back for years. Something is being revealed to you now, not in the form of loud thunder or dramatic miracles, but in the stillness, in the quiet space where God and the angels speak most clearly. And they're saying, listen closely. Your soul knows this truth already. Your soulmate, your divine counterpart, is reaching for you, not just in emotion, not just in thought, not just in fantasy or longing, but soul to soul, spirit to spirit, deep calls unto deep. Even now, even as you sit in this moment, they are thinking of you, not in a fleeting, casual way, but in the way a starving person thinks of bread, in the way the night watches for dawn. There is an ache in their soul that nothing else soothes. They may not understand it fully. They may not have spoken it aloud, but their heart has been speaking your name. This morning, in the soft spaces between sleep and waking, they whispered you. Your name passed through their lips like a secret, like a sacred word, like a memory from a dream they couldn't hold on to, but didn't want to forget. It wasn't intentional, but it was inevitable, because your name is written in them, etched across the landscape of their soul like rivers carved through desert stone. They miss you, not just in the way someone misses a past love or a distant memory. They miss something eternal in you, something they recognize but can't always explain. Even if they haven't met you in this lifetime, their soul remembers you. And if they have, if your paths have ever crossed, even for a moment, they miss the version of you they never got to fully love. The version that didn't hold back. The version that trusted. The version that stood at the threshold of destiny and almost said yes. Almost. They almost confessed what they felt, almost reached for your hand, almost let the world fall away so they could run to you. Almost. But fear came, uninvited, unwelcome, yet strong. Fear took root and twisted the beauty into confusion. It turned their clarity into questions, their desire into hesitation. And so, silence followed, a heavy, aching silence that stretched like a wall between two hearts that were never meant to be apart. The world became noisy, crowded with expectations, advice, judgment. and they listened. They turned away, not because they stopped loving you, but because they were afraid of what that love would demand, of what it would require them to surrender. But even silence, deep and dark and persistent as it may be, cannot bury the truth. And here is the truth they have told no one. They still carry you, not metaphorically, literally. A saved photo, a screenshot of something you once said, a letter, a voice note that they refuse to delete. It sits there on their phone like a relic, a sacred echo of a time when their heart felt alive, when they remembered who they were before the world told them to forget. They play it when the noise gets too loud, when the loneliness creeps in, when they need to remember what it feels like to be seen, not just for what they do, but for who they truly are. You were that person for them. You were the light in their fog, the calm in their storm, the breath after the drowning. Dear soul, do you feel it now? The veil between worlds is thinning. The invisible is becoming visible. Heaven is drawing near. Your angels, those who have watched over you for lifetimes, are clearing the way. Barriers are being lifted. Old wounds are being healed in unseen places. And now, something is coming. A sign, a signal, a confirmation. Within the next 72 hours, your spirit will receive it. It may come as something soft and simple, a white feather on your path, or a wave of emotion so sudden it takes your breath away in the middle of an ordinary moment. Standing in line, brushing your hair, driving in silence. You might hear their name again. Out of nowhere, you might feel the presence of someone watching, not with fear, but with warmth, a spiritual gaze, a loving pull, something invisible, but deeply real. Don't dismiss it. It's not your imagination. It's them. They're dreaming of you again. Dreams so vivid they wake up in tears, clutching their chest like they've lost something precious. And in those dreams, you're there, smiling, reaching, forgiving. In those dreams, you say the words their soul has been craving. I still see you. And that shatters them in the most beautiful way. They thought they had to bury you, move on, pretend, but now they realize there's no moving on from a soul like yours. There is only coming home. And still, they hesitate. Still, they wonder if they're worthy. Still, they pray for the strength to come forward, to face you, to ask forgiveness, not just from you, but from the part of themselves they betrayed by letting you go. They are searching for a sign, and here you are. You are the sign. Your presence, your voice, your energy, it is their guiding light, their anchor, their reminder that it's not too late to return. That's why this message found you, because your soul is the key. You are the one who carries the flame, the light, the truth, You are the chosen one, chosen to break generational patterns, chosen to end the cycle of fear and abandonment, chosen to rise, to speak, to believe in love again. You have carried lifetimes of silent love, but this is not the season of silence. This is the season of revelation. This is the season of rising, of becoming, of reunion. Your connection was never just about romance. It was never just about chemistry. It's sacred. It's written in eternity. It was ordained before you were born, written in the book of life, sealed by the breath of God. You are not imagining this bond. You're remembering it. You're awakening to what always was. And yes, it hurts sometimes. The waiting, the longing, the wondering if they feel it too. But every ache, every tear, every quiet moment of faith is carving something deeper in you. You are not broken. You are transforming. And every scar, every crack in your soul is a place where heaven's light is breaking through. Now let me take you into their heart. Let me show you what they can't say. Picture them alone, maybe at work, maybe lying in bed at night, staring at the ceiling, their head bowed, hands clenched, eyes tired, not from work, but from holding an emotion they no longer understand. To the world, they seem fine. They smile. They laugh. They show up, but inside, they're screaming for you, screaming for a second chance, screaming to rewrite the story, screaming to find the courage to undo what fear did. They see you now as more than just someone they loved. You are their anchor, their home, the only one who held space for them when they couldn't hold space for themselves, the only one who looked into their soul and didn't flinch. You reminded them that softness is not weakness, it's sacred, that love is not something to fear, it's something to honor. And they know now they may never find that kind of love again unless they return, unless they find the strength to step back into your light. That's what they're praying for now. And that's why this moment matters. You were not called here by accident. You were called because heaven is preparing a reunion. Because the same God who created the stars, who formed the oceans, who breathed life into your lungs, is now orchestrating something holy between you and the one your soul recognizes. So stay open, stay present, stay listening, because the moment is coming. And when it does, your heart will know, and your soul will whisper, I've waited for this. And heaven will answer, it is time. They regret every delay, every unspoken word, every time they chose silence instead of bravery. But listen, this is not where your story ends. It's where it begins again. Because you are not forgotten. You are longed for. You are prayed over. You are adored. Let that sink into your bones. You are adored. And when the world tries to convince you otherwise, remember this line. They whispered your name this morning. Repeat it to yourself every time doubt creeps in. They whispered your name this morning. You are not crazy for feeling their pull. You are connected beyond this lifetime. And the angels are now activating the next phase of your divine union. But here's what you must do. Breathe. Center. Come home to yourself. Because the more grounded you are, the more magnetic you become. The clearer your heart, the faster this alignment can arrive. And so we enter the sacred space now. Let's breathe together. And let us pray. Dear Divine Source, I open my heart like a blooming rose before you. Strip away the fear that has coiled around my spirit. Undo the lies I've believed about my worth. Cleanse me from the heaviness of abandonment, rejection, and betrayal. Let your light pour into every crack of my soul. I surrender my timing, my control, my pain into your hands. Let the one you designed for me rise now in truth, in strength, and in healing. May they feel this prayer in their bones. May they know I am sending love not through words, but through pure energy. Unbind their heart from the confusion of the past. Remove every voice that distracts them from the truth of our connection. May they see me with new eyes, spirit eyes, eyes that don't just look, but recognize. I call forth divine reunion, not from desperation, but from wholeness. I choose peace over panic. I choose faith over fear. And I call back all fragments of my soul that I gave away too freely. Make me a vessel of love, of light, of unwavering truth. I forgive them. I forgive myself. And I open the doors now for love to return home. So be it. Amen. Dear soul, the heavens are not silent. They are moving on your behalf. You were born for such a time as this. Your love is not ordinary. It is legacy. It will heal not just you, but generations after you. Remember the anchor line. They whispered your name this morning. Feel it in your chest, because that whisper is turning into a cry. And that cry is becoming a call. And that call will soon be a knock at your soul's door. Are you ready? Because the universe is already shifting. Your timeline is bending toward alignment. And the moment you say yes to your soul, everything begins to change. If this message stirred something inside you, don't let it pass you by. This was not entertainment. This was activation. Speak it aloud. I am ready. I am chosen. I am seen. They whispered my name this morning. Let that be your rhythm, your grounding, your divine knowing. And now, share this with someone who needs hope. Comment below what part of this message made your heart tremble. And subscribe for more divine guidance that speaks to the deepest parts of your soul. Because this isn't over. It's just beginning. They whispered your name this morning, and soon they'll say it to your face. Eyes locked, heart open. No more hiding. Be ready. Be still. Be seen. Because love is coming home.